Gibson. Oh, look at him growing confidence. Creative handball up for Gibson, and that'll do as well.
Every press conference I'm saying we're really rapt to have Sam Gibson in our club.
26 years of age. He's got it.
I had to give the balance there.
It wasn't pretty, but his second AFL goal.
He's just a ripping character, ripping person, and the boys love playing with him. I thought he was just super again today.
Part of the North Melbourne win again on the weekend. They've won 5 in a row. They defeated the Bombers, and Sam Gibson is our special guest on 3W Football and Sports Today. Matthew Lloyd and Brian Taylor with you. Sam, good evening and welcome to you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Well, you're going absolutely fantastic, both you and the team. Can you believe what's happening?
No, not at all. You sort of got to stop and pinch yourself at times, but I was probably a bit fortunate to come in at a time when the club sort of started building momentum, and when you're sort of winning, the team stays pretty structured, and I've sort of been able to hold my spot, so it's been really positive few months.
What's the best thing the team do collectively, do you think? A lot of people be trying to put their finger on what it is about North Melbourne at the moment, winning 5 straight, look like they're going to play in a final series, or certainly it's within reach. What is it that you do well collectively?
I think there's a number of things. We, obviously from the outside looking in, you'd probably think we're a team that spreads and runs very well on the outside, but we understand that the only way we can do that is by winning the contested ball inside, and that's something that we had a big focus on in the last few months. And we think that if we can win the ball inside and give it to our outside runners like Wellesley and Boom Harvey, guys like that, we know that we're going to be sort of hard to stop. So I think that's where a lot of our improvements come.
Sam, last year you played at Box Hill as captain of the club, won the best and fairest, 26 years of age until you finally made your debut. You would have nominated for a few drafts and been missed your opportunity. Tell us why you think it's taken so long. What were the reasons the clubs maybe told you that you weren't drafted at an earlier age?
Oh, it's hard to put a finger on, but I think it's becoming a bit more accepted now that older guys can play a valuable role in sides. They can come in, they're ready-made players, and they can fill sort of deficiencies in lists. And I think the combination of that, and I'd probably put together 2 or 3 good years in the VFL and consistent years where I think if you can prove that you're still improving, and as a 25-year-old last year I was still improving, and the club can see you as someone they can potentially work with and someone that can fit in their side, I think one, I was very lucky. There's a hell of a lot of guys in my position who weren't quite as lucky, but I think the clubs are more willing to take a bit of a risk on the older guys now, and it shows. Most guys who get a chance when they're a bit older usually play some pretty good footy. So
debuting at 26, Sam, gives you a chance to get your life and your job structure in order. You're an engineer, I believe, and that would have all been possible because you weren't fully professional in those years.
Yeah, that's right. I was a full-time engineer last year, combining that with VFL, and that's obviously something that's going to play a big role in my future. So I was still there doing 1 day's work a week because I sort of understand there's more to life than footy, and footy, while it's a big part of my life, it's not going to be for the rest of my life. So yeah, that's a keen interest of mine as well.
Sam, huge 3 weeks coming up, Sam. You've got Collingwood this Saturday night, a massive game, Fremantle at Etihad, and the Giants to finish. I know the club's been desperate to play finals for a number of years. The excitement must be starting to build around the club?
Yeah, it is, and I think the excitement's just because each week we're playing consistently well, and that's something we haven't been able to do for the duration of the year, and it's something that's sort of come in only in the last few months. So we know we're playing well, and we know that we've put ourselves in a really good position, and the goal for us now is just to keep working on the things we're working on, remain consistent, and hopefully win a few more games, and then we can talk about finals.
We know the boys and the coach have high respect for you, Sam, but I think everyone in the footy world will. Jade Jackson, of course, your girlfriend, is a model in New York. Now, you've kept this pretty quiet. I don't know the boys know too much about it, but what's going on there?
Oh, not much. I met Jade a few years ago, and she was a lowly nurse, so
yes.
She's doing very well. She does her thing overseas, and I do mine here, and we're both in sort of similar professions. Has
she been near the club at all, Sam? Have the boys had a...
She got to see her first game last week. She's been overseas previously, so she's got the games now. And very welcoming at North Melbourne.
Very nice, Sam. You're just breaking up towards the end. We might have to leave it there. Unlucky that it's breaking up towards the end of that answer, Lloydie. But Sam, look, you've been doing a great job. Keep it up, and well done to you and the team.
No worries.
Sam Gibson joining us on 3AW Football. They boys don't like to talk about their sort of off-field sort of gets, do they, Lloydie?
No, but I'm sure he's in New York after we just Googled a picture of Jade, and like most people would be, he's done very well for himself.
I think it'd be best to get over to New York as quickly as he can once the finals are complete.